Hey guys, James here, and today I want to talk about the Smart Pistol in Titanfall. Now, I'm not really here to talk about it being cheap or overpowered or anything like that, though there are some situations in which it's very frustrating to go against, especially if they have the enhanced targeting system, but overall, I think some of its drawbacks really do balance it out in comparison to some of the other better primary weapons. What I'd like to talk about today is using the Smart Pistol as a farming tool in Attrition. If you're not familiar with the term, farming, as it relates to Titanfall, it's basically a fancy way to say that you're focusing on killing the minions, the grunts and the specters. And of course, killing a pilot counts more towards the attrition total than just killing a minion, but with how grouped together the minions are and how easy they are to kill, especially with the Smart Pistol, focusing on taking them out can be an effective scoring strategy. However, the supply of minions isn't unlimited. If you're being really effective with this farming strategy, then there will be times in which you really can't find any more minions to kill. And this actually happened to me several times while I was trying out this Smart Pistol setup, and if you're playing on a team that has a couple players who are aware of the value of minions in attrition, then there might really not be any leftover minions for you to build up your score with. But before I go any further in pointing out how this strategy isn't foolproof, I probably should fill you in on what the full strategy actually is with the Smart Pistol. As far as building a class goes, if you're playing this way, you don't really need to worry about anything Titan related. That's not the mission of your class, and your abilities should be based around the idea of finding and killing minions. Obviously you'll be using the Smart Pistol, and enhanced targeting is by far the best attachment to use, but if you're focusing on the minion kills like this, it could actually be a while before you get the 15 pilot kills that you need to unlock it. So until then, either the silencer or extended mags are fine attachments, so just use whichever you prefer. And that same thing goes for your sidearm, your Titan weapon, and your ordnance. None of them are particularly helpful over another for this playstyle. Now for your special ability, it's sort of the opposite. I think all three can be good choices, and depending on how you want to play it, they can help you out with this. But still, it is all about whatever your personal preference is in playing this class. Cloak can be very effective for maneuvering past enemy pilots and titans, Stim can get you to the next group of minions faster, and the Radar Pulse can really help you out by giving you that more detailed layout of where the enemies are. So again, all three of these can be very effective for farming. Like I said, it's really all about your personal preference. The Tier 1 and Tier 2 kits are where there really isn't any debate. For Tier 1, you definitely want to use the Run and Gun kit. With this kit, you're able to fire pistols and submachine guns while sprinting, so of course the Smart Pistol falls in that category. So if you're running up on a group of minions, you don't even have to stop to take them out. You can just, as you're sprinting, pull the trigger as it locks on, boom. Keep moving. And for the Tier 2 kit, the minion detector is pretty self-explanatory and pretty obvious as to why you would want to use it, because it lets you know where on the minimap you need to go to find your next group of targets. So unfortunately, it does take a little while to get all these things. I think it's a pretty high level that you unlock the Run and Gun kit at, but once you do have this completed class setup, you can be very mobile and move from group to group quickly, taking out the enemy minions. If you really go all out with this style of play, you'll have a hard time not being at the top of your team's leaderboard. Unfortunately, I had some bad luck in being matched up against some clearly superior teams while I was first trying out this strategy, but even still, most games I would challenge for the top attrition total in the lobby, either team, and I led my team in attrition score every single game. In spite of sometimes only having 2 or 3 pilot kills compared to 20, I was still able to make up the score difference by killing more minions. But as I briefly mentioned, I didn't find much team success during this stretch of games. Now, of course, it's just one play session. It's entirely possible that I got paired up with some bad teammates, or maybe we were going up against parties, but still, I was using a strategy that vaulted me up to the top of the leaderboard every game, yet my team wasn't able to come away with the win. This makes me wonder a few things. First off, it's great that I was personally racking up such a high score, but how many of those minion kills would have simply gone to one of my teammates if I hadn't been seeking them out so hard? Our team generally did have more minion kills than the enemy team, but it wasn't always by too much of a margin. And most of my teammates were actually putting up pretty weak numbers for minion kills, so really it makes me wonder, taking my personal minion total from its normal range of, say, 20 to 30, up to something like 40 or 50 with this strategy, it's great, but were those extra 20 minions a real net gain, or was I simply, stealing those minions from my teammates? And if I hadn't been doing that, would they have just simply been distributed more evenly amongst my teammates? And of course, like I said, this is just one play session. I don't even think I changed lobbies during it. My team was doing fairly poorly overall, not just with minion kills. They were also being outslayed by enemy titans and pilots, so I can't really take these examples as proof that this Smart Pistol farming isn't effective, but at the same time, I can't really be sure that this strategy was actually helping the team. Thanks for watching this video. It was a little scatterbrained at times, but I really am going back and forth in my head thinking about whether this is a good strategy to win, or if it really just isn't helping the team that much. And I think the layout of this video probably shows that. If any of you out there have tried this, let me know what you think of this strategy, how it worked for you, and if not, go out and give it a shot and just see how it works. If you liked what you saw here, go ahead and leave a like rating on this video. That would be awesome and it would really help me out. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and that'll make it much easier for you to find my future videos when I post them. But again guys, thanks for watching and have a nice day.